Ebro in the morning with Laura Styles and Rosenberg. Our guest today, J-Rock, TDE.
Yeah. What it do?
Now, for the people tuning in on YouTube, I normally don't sit here. I sit over there. But we're going to do two things. We're doing a special with J-Rock today because I just think he deserves that. One, we're doing Ebro in the morning, but you're also going to do Real Late.
Yeah, we got to do both. I got to have him on my show. We got to have him on the morning show.
Because here's the thing. You started... Rosenberg's been supporting you long before us mainstream dudes.
My dude.
Yeah, so
talk about it.
Now that TDE's so popping, it's like you get fast tracked right in to right by, you know, with Kendrick and Schoolboy. So everybody want to talk to you. Even though from what I understand, J-Rock was one of the originals.
First one signed.
Yeah, the OG.
But then Kendrick blew up, and then Schoolboy, and you kind of waited.
Kendrick was out there as your road dog.
Yeah, hey, it's like this, man. I was the first up the bat. You know what I mean? Schwan knocked a couple of home runs. You feel me? Knocked them doors down. But everywhere you seen me, you seen my homies with me. You seen my brothers with me. Everywhere on stage, wherever I was at, we was like in every city. We was like in a 12-passenger van. Like, you know what I mean? Like 20 of us in one van going everywhere. So everywhere I went, they was right behind me. They had my back the same way like it is now. I got they back. You know what I mean?
So how did you first meet Top Dog?
How I first meet Top Dog, okay, like, you know, Top Dog, we grew up in the same neighborhood. And, you know, I thought he was coming to, you know, he used to always come through the hood and lecture the kids, you know what I mean, and talk to them. But I thought he was finna get at me about some stuff I did, like, you know what I mean, like come try to chastise me or whatever. So I was running from him. They was like, man, Top Dog looking for you. So, I used to be ducking him.
Hell no.
Yeah, I used to be ducking him, so, you know what I mean, but the whole time he wanted to get me to do some music because he heard me on a mixtape with one of my homies, and he called me getting a haircut. He was like, "What's up?" Woo, chopped it up. I mean, he just took me off the streets, man, put me in the studio, and I've been there ever since. That's you know what I mean?
So then, how did it happen? How did the relationship then go with Strange Music? Give us the order of how things played out for you, music-wise.
All right. Well, with Strange Music, we went to a show with Richie Abbott. And that's when I always knew about Tech 9, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, I met him at a video shoot in LA. And I always knew about Tech 9, but I didn't really know how big his following was, you know what I mean? I didn't know he was that big like that. I always heard him, but I didn't know he was underground like the biggest thing ever. You know what I mean? Till I went to one of his shows in Kansas City, and it was crazy. I think it was in Lawrence, Kansas, like at a college or something. And you know what I mean? That was like, I was like amazed. And then like at the end of the show, he had the women showing the things. You know, I was like, this dude.
I'm signing to your record label, sir.
I like how things move around here.
Yeah, so it was just like I was like, it was amazing. Like, but all in all, I respect this grind, man. Him, Travis, they grind is crazy. You know what I mean? And you know, we hooked up with him. You know what I mean? Did a little deal with him, and that's how that happened. You know what I mean?
So it was Strange and Top together.
We was together.
And are you still technically working with Strange at all, or that's over now?
No, it's over. We see, that's why I was saying it was like the business thing. You know, that's why a lot of people was wondering what was up with me. Like, why J-Rock ain't dropping music? You know what I mean? You know, I try not to get into the business thing. I just try to focus on the music because that business shit can be stressful and all that. You know what I mean? You know how that shit go. But you know, Top, he was getting me out of the deal. That's why I really wasn't dropping music like that, because he was, you know, in the process of getting me out of Strange Music. You know what I mean? So, you know, them my bros though, them family, they still family. But you know, I couldn't get to where I needed to be. You know what I mean? Still being on Strange Music. You know what I mean?
So what happened with All My Life? That record, was that what it's called? All My Life?
Yeah, All My Life. Yeah,
featuring Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that's when I was signed to Warner Brothers.
And you were signed to Warner Brothers, and I mean, I've heard the behind the scenes story, which I'm guessing we wouldn't tell in full on here. But Top has told me very interesting stories about that song. But it seemed like that was really gonna go.
Wait,
like,
time out. Why wouldn't we tell the full story?
I just wouldn't give details. I just wouldn't give every detail, every label.
Dangers?
No, there's no dangers.
Can we have him
But Top wasn't pleased with how it played out with Warner Brothers.
Okay.
I'll just put it that way.
With the business part.
Yes.
Okay.
Fair
It's,
right.
You know, everybody know what it is, but you know, I try to like not think about the past. You know what I mean? I try to move forward. You know what I mean? Because you know, sometimes you gotta leave shit there. You know what I mean? Because you keep dwelling on it, that shit can make you mad.
Don't want that baggage. Leave
you know
that baggage
what I
back
mean?
there.
That shit is behind me. You know what I mean? So now we pushing this new thing, man. My new album.
What's the name of the new album?
Man, 90059.
900.
J-Rock, you have a really interesting marketing technique for this one, right? Because I don't even know. Okay, when is the release date? And if you guys get enough pre-orders, you're gonna drop it before? Is that how it works?
Yeah. See, the thing of it is, I don't know. I looked on the internet. I think one of the stores did some type of hiccup thing or whatever. But that's not really the actual date. I don't know what's going on the internet. They saying it's supposed to drop on this date and this day. No,
I was trying to figure it out.
You know, it's up in the fans' hands. We leave it up to the fans. You know, pre-order it. Just keep pre-order. Y'all been wanting to rock for this long, so just go ahead and get it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So if you reach, do you have a goal? Is this what I'm saying? Is it true? If you have a goal, then you're just gonna drop it whenever you guys hit that goal.
Exactly, and it's looking good. So you know,
what's the goal?
The goal is the more pre-orders y'all do.
There's no exact number.
The more pre-orders y'all do, you know what I mean?
The faster you drop it.
Yeah, you see, and the dates, because like they seen one date that said 2016. Like, man, this ain't coming out till 2016.
Yeah, the expected date here. See what mine says. See what mine says. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
It says expected December 4th, 2015 on iTunes. Right
expected.
That's when it's expected.
That's the expected date.
But it could happen early.
It could drop unexpected. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
J-Rock's hustler.
Yeah.
So I have heard a lot of good stuff about this album. Everyone who heard any bit of it told me that it's really fantastic. Like, talk a little bit about what can we expect from this album. This has been a long time in the making.
See what happens when you sit in that seat. You're trying to run the whole interview. Laura got one question. I haven't got any questions.
Ebro, what are your thoughts?
I don't have any.
Okay, thank you.
You got SZA. You got Bust on there.
Don't forget the joint that just dropped today with Kendrick Lamar. Easy Bake.
Who else?
Yeah, I got the whole squad on there. You know what I mean?
Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah, everybody on there.
Who's Lance Skywalker? I never heard that name before.
Oh man, that's a talented dude, man. I trust me, when y'all hear this dude music when he drop, man, you know, he a close friend of mine. Like, what's crazy, I came to the studio, he was just there. I didn't know where he came from. He was just in the studio on his computer. I'm like, who's this dude? You know what I mean? But when I heard his voice and the way he do his music, man, he's musically inclined, man. So y'all be on the lookout for Lance.
And there's a Money Trees Deuce, a Money Trees Part 2 on this album.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna play that on Real Late. I'm allowed to play that, right? That's been there, right? That's been out it's been leaked for a minute. All right, we're gonna play that in a minute.
Yeah.
Have you heard the Easy Bake with Kendrick?
I haven't heard anything. I just got back. I haven't heard anything. I just got an email from Dave right now with 4 songs sitting in my email. So I'm about to play some joints right now.
Okay. Yeah, nice for sure.
I'm very excited because, like I said, the whole time, Q and other people have been telling me that this project is very complete.
Yeah, you know what it is what you'll hear from me. You'll hear the growth. You know what I mean? I think I've grown a lot musically. You know what I mean? Back then, since the first album, you know, it was just all working on my craft. You know what I mean? That's what I been doing, just standing in the studio working on my craft and just trying to try new things. So you'll hear a new sound coming from me. You know what I mean? You won't hear that old J-Rock just that one sound. You know what I mean?
They gave us all a gift in the 90059 video. The video opens with SZA sitting on some sort of tree swing. She's got, you know how she wears like those flowy dresses?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's sitting on the swing and the camera pans around from behind. And while the camera's panned behind SZA hops slowly off the tree swing.
Hello.
Hey man, that's what I'm saying. That's like my sister, man.
I'm sorry. Sorry,
feel
bro.
weird than talking about your sister like that?
Look, I'm a grown ass man. You didn't have to shoot the video from that angle, my chick. I'm a grown man. And then she runs slow. Really, dog? You didn't want me to look at that, man? Come on, bro.
Yeah, I just posted an interview with SZA, and the comments are very funny. People love SZA.
Her freckles, though. I know this is a J-Rock interview. You want to? Can we? We can't.
I mean, hey, this our show.
You want to talk about freckles? Go ahead. Talk about freckles.
SZA's cute, bro.
Yeah, I gotta watch out.
I got a thing for SZA.
You got somebody who got a thing for you, SZA.
No, she's got a man.
Definitely does.
And I have a wife at home. I'm just saying for the interview.
You have a wife with Jace.
I mean, wifey enough.
Wifey for sure.
Listen, there's a child involved. She can't leave. I can't leave. We stuck.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly what makes a wife a Jace.
Yeah.
So the album is coming at some point soon. We don't know exactly when. Everyone is featured on it.
Hey, it could drop tomorrow.
It could. Know. Well, listen, so get on there right now. I just ordered mine on iTunes. You got to jump on iTunes and pre-order this right now so we can get it sooner.
Get on iTunes, man. Pre-order that 90059. Trust me, y'all not going to be mad at what y'all hear. I mean, like you said, you heard good things about it. I mean, everybody that heard it, I've been hearing good things. I'm really excited about it because I really been hands-on with this one, like real hands-on, just, you know, with everything. So I appreciate anybody who pre-ordered and all those who been waiting. This the one right here, too.
Can we spend some time on Straight Outta Compton? Because obviously you being from Watts, Compton, you know, was definitely, you know, Watts and Compton heavy a part of, you know, rap music coming out of LA for a long time, right? And, you know, Watts, you know, for those that don't know, that community in the late 60s and 70s, the Black P Stones and just the black man's movement of bringing things together at a time, and things, you know, obviously people know it played out and became Bloods and Crips and these things, but you growing up in Watts, right, and you spoke about Top Dog coming to the hood and really talking to young men and getting them off the streets. Watching, how did you feel about watching Straight Outta Compton? Did you feel like it was done well and represented what you grew up seeing?
Yeah, that was the epitome right there. Everything in that movie was real, like, you know what I mean, and that showed a lot. That's us right there, you know what I mean. And I mean, as far as just like the whole Eazy-E legacy, and it was just amazing just to see how that happened. Like, you know, if he never would have put his money up, it wouldn't have never been no N.W.A. You know what I mean? So simple as that. Like, it's like that dude sparked the idea, and he started something great in that shit. I wouldn't even be rapping if it wasn't for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how influenced were you as a kid? Like, do you remember being a fan as a kid, little kid?
I mean, shit, when N.W.A. came out, I was shit.
You were
probably just born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're what, you're 29, 30?
Yeah, I'm 30. So, you know, when
you was like 4?
Yeah, nah, when they came, they think they came out like 85.
Yeah,
or
86.
Like
86,
85, 86. But I can remember when me and my relatives, when we was little kids, we used to always like watch Bobby Brown videos and be acting like we BBD and shit. But then when that Eazy and them came on, we was cussing like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Getting whoopings and shit. But yeah, they played a great part in a nigga life though.
And you spend a lot of time giving back to where you're from, doing free shows and just making sure you're motivating the kids. And I heard you spoke about, you know, running from Top Dog because you thought you was in trouble for something that you had done.
Yeah.
How much work, like right now, can you talk about where Watts is at today, where the community is at? Do you feel like things are getting better? And then also talk about, you know, LAPD and just, you know, police brutality and what's going on. And do you think things are getting better?
I mean, things is getting there. You know what I mean? Everybody praying for change, you know what I mean? But like I say, I even talk about that in the album, like it got to start with you first. You know what I mean? Once we start looking inside ourselves first, then we could be able to help other people and things to get right. So with that being said, I mean, the vibe right now is like everywhere else. You know what I mean? It's, you know, you got your good days and you got your bad days, but, you know, it's just all about staying focused. And that's what I've been pushing to the young niggas, is just stay focused, you know what I mean? Stay motivated, you know what I mean? Whatever you trying to do, you can do it. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. You know what I mean? Just stay positive.
So I want to get to real late, bro.
All right.
Are you gonna?
So
hang
I'm out.
I'm basically kicking
Are
you
we
out.
gonna get into that Easy Bake?
So,
Are we doing that?
But promise me this. So let's play the Kendrick J-Rock for the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play the 90059, and you guys could take a look at what's happening with SZA if you're watching this on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, it's amazing. It's just beautiful, man. I just know how to appreciate God's work. You know what I'm saying?
Black
you know
beauties.
That's what I mean.
This beauty. This is life beauty.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's real life.
And then when the album comes out, you come back and then we'll, you know, play some more cuts off the album, because there's certain things obviously you can only get once the album you guys decide to drop it.
Exactly, of course.
Yo, give it up for J-Rock as we transition into real lane. Give Rosenberg his respect.
Thank you
for being a TDE nut hugger before any of us out here.
That's not even.
You was on the sack early, my J.
I had to get my position early. There's only
Before
so
it
much.
got crowded.
There's only so much sack room. You know what I'm saying? Before it gets dumb crowded.
Yeah, so
Man, talk about it.
Now that TDE's so popping, it's like you get fast tracked right in to right by, you know, with Kendrick and Schoolboy, so everybody want to talk to you. Even though from what I understand, J-Rock was one of the originals.
First one signed.
Yeah, the OG.
But then Kendrick blew up, and then Schoolboy, and you kind of waited.
Kendrick was out there as your road dog.
Yeah, hey, it's like this, man. I was the first up to bat. How I first meet Top Dog, okay, like, you know, Top Dog, we grew up in the same neighborhood. And, you know, I thought he was coming to, you know, he used to always come through the hood and lecture the kids, you know what I mean, and talk to them. But I thought he was finna get at me about some stuff I did, like, you know what I mean, like come try to chastise me or whatever. So I was running from him. They was like, man, Top Dog looking for you. So, I used to be ducking him.
Hell no.
Yeah, I used to be, you know what I mean, Schwan, knocked a couple of home runs, you feel me, knocked them doors down, but everywhere you seen me, you seen my homies with me, you seen my brothers with me, everywhere on stage, wherever I was at, we was like in every city, we was like in a 12 passes van, like, you know what I mean, like 20 of us in one van going everywhere. So everywhere I went, they was right behind me. They had my back the same way like it is now. I got they back. You know what I mean?
So how did you first meet Top Dog?
Ebro in the morning with Laura Styles and Rosenberg. Our guest today, J-Rock, TDE.
Yeah. What it do?
Now, for the people tuning in on YouTube, I normally don't sit here. I sit over there. But we're going to do two things. We're doing a special with J-Rock today because I just think he deserves that. One, we're doing Ebro in the morning, but you're also going to do Real Late.
Yeah, we got to do both. I got to have him on my show. We got to have him on the morning show.
Because here's the thing. You started... Rosenberg's been supporting you long before us mainstream dudes.
Ducking him, so, you know what I mean? But the whole time he wanted to get me to do some music because he heard me on a mixtape with one of my homies. And he called me getting a haircut. He was like, what's up? Woo, chopped it up. I mean, he just took me off the streets, man, put me in the studio, and I've been there ever since. That's you know what I mean?
So then how did it happen? How did the relationship then go with Strange Music? Give us the order of how things played out for you music-wise.
Well, with Strange Music,